that creeped me out the most was that bathroom scene. Like that story of what happened to that kid in the bathroom and getting killed and everything. Like that, as a kid, always freaked me out. So I was always kind of scared as a kid after that, like going into like weird public bathrooms in the middle of nowhere. I remember too, like, it's the same thing that happened to me when I saw Jaws for the first time. I remember, like, I used to be this kid who loved swimming in the ocean, loved the ocean. And then, you know, once that movie came out, I never went in the ocean again. Even to this day, I really don't go in it if I don't have to. Like, I'm really terrified of it.
When Candyman came along, he was different. He was different from the very start because it was based on a Clive Barker story.
Frankly, disgusting is something I felt an awful lot when I saw the Candyman.
So those are my 3 horror movies that I did. Candyman, Halloween, and I believe it was Halloween 7. I didn't think of Donna D'Erico right away because I didn't really know her.
The audience I was in, including myself, gasped with horror.
He does reveal a sort of rotted chest loaded with bees and smells sweet.
I guess the last one did Day of the Dead because it just did not do as well.
They won't believe you. I am the writing on the wall, the whisper in the classroom. Be my victim.
Absolutely love Candyman. It is one of my all-time favourite slasher horror movies. A highly underrated horror movie. I own it on 2 different versions of Blu-ray. I'll put them up here. Yeah, basically, it's a Clive Barker short story called The Forbidden. And the original Candyman design was very different. In the book, he's like a tall, sort of white guy with like long hair with like a patchwork suit on. He's sort of like, not like, he's like an entity, like a ghost, like, but he's like, he bumbles, he's quite big, and like he comes in the shadows. The book's quite strange. It's set in England as well, the book, because Clive Barker's from Liverpool. It's only a short story. I think it's in one of the Books of Blood. I only read it last year. I think it's Books of Blood, volume 3, but I could be wrong. And it's called The Forbidden. But yeah, so they've taken the idea from there. And basically, it's about a woman called Helen. And she's doing a thesis on urban legends. And she basically goes to this place called Cabrini Green, which is like the projects in America. It's like the hood, if you like. And there's this urban legend there about this guy called the Candyman, who's got everyone in the neighbourhood living in fear. All the people in Cabrini Green are living in fear of the Candyman. You know, he's got everyone terrorised, and obviously she thinks it's all just a load of bullshit, as you would. And she starts delving deeper and deeper into Cabrini Green and becomes obsessed with the Candyman. You know, everything in her life is consumed about the Candyman. So she says his name. To bring him to you, you have to say his name 5 times in the mirror, and then he will reveal himself to you. And it's very unusual. It's a really, really well-made film. It's really gritty. Some of the cinematography is brilliant in it. It's got some shots at the start as well, which were like pioneering shots, where it's a shot. It almost looks like nowadays it'd be a drone flying over like the freeway. But apparently it was really hard to do back in the day. And the score is absolutely fantastic as well. The score is amazing. It has a really, really like chilling, eerie theme song to it. So anyway, so she says his name 5 times and he appears. And basically she is like a woman from his past. She looks like his love, because he was an artist back in like the 18th or 17th century, and he worked for like you know, on a plantation. He was an artist and he was drawing the plantation master's daughter, and they fell in love. And so the plantation master chased him down with all of his boys, they fucking chopped his arm off, smeared him with the honey from the bees' nests, the beehive, sorry, and then the bees stung him. So he comes back as like an entity now. Once you say his name, he's back in the abbey, like. So it's weird, really, because he sort of like stitches Helen up. Like every time he kills, he sort of sets it up where she wakes up. He'll appear and be like all dreamy and like hypnotizer. He has like this hypnotic voice, and then the next thing you know, she'll wake up in a pool of blood and the police there, and it's like she's committed these murders, and each one gets worse and worse and worse, and it you know, sometimes you don't know whether she's just completely demented or she's actually, you know, if Candyman's actually real. It's a really, really good film now. I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to take it too far. I should imagine a lot of people have already seen this movie. But if you haven't, go check it out. It's a real, like... It puts itself head above some of the other ones, you know, like your Halloween and stuff like that. Halloween's my favourite horror movie. But this is such a good movie. It's on par with that. It's great. It's fantastic. It's like... It's really unique as well. It's a really different type movie. If you haven't seen it, go and check it out. And the guy who plays Candyman, Tony Todd, he has like the most amazing voice in this movie. It is just like a hypnotic, like dreamy voice that like sends her under. And then she'll wake up just covered in blood, and you know, he's committed the murders, but like stitched her up for it. So yeah, there was a sequel, Candyman 2 Farewell to Flesh. It's okay. If you enjoyed the first one and you want to see a bit more of Tony Todd, go for it. Third one, don't even touch it with a fucking barge pole. I wouldn't. It's crap. Jordan Peele's got his name attached to a new one, even though he's not the director. It's a woman called Nia DaCosta, and you know, we should own this by now. It was supposed to be out last year, but unfortunately, with all this COVID shit, it hasn't come out. So I'm just patiently waiting for that to come out because it looks really, really good. It's like I think it's a sequel. It's a sequel to the first one. And if you watch the trailer for that as well, you see flashes of the original Candyman from the Forbidden. Like, it shows you the art on the wall, and that's like a nod to it. But it looks really good. The guy out of Aquaman, he plays the bad guy, and Aquaman's playing him. He's a really good actor as well. Sorry, I can't remember his name at the moment. I think it's like something like Abdul the Third. Sorry, I can't remember at the moment. But yeah, definitely can't wait to check that out. It looks really, really cool. What else can I say about that? No, nothing really. It's just a really, really good horror movie. If you haven't checked it out, I really recommend you go and do that. So yeah, give us a thumbs up, click subscribe, and I'll bring you some more horror reviews. But yeah, definitely check the Candyman out. This new documentary that I've just done the reaction to there, that's coming out this summer. So I'm looking forward to hearing some other directors and other fans' thoughts on the movie. Really good movie, guys. Thanks for checking in anyway, and catch you soon. Say his name 5 times if you're there, bitches.